I'm in Japan. A week ago, I didn't know I was going to Japan.
Next week?
A year ago, I would have passed out if I tried to do this before I even boarded the plane. Who is this guy? I don't even recognize this guy. Okay, yeah, I remember that guy. A year ago, I was completely lost. I think the most lost I've ever been. I think I was lost for more seasons than the characters on that show. I was just stuck in limbo. The lifestyle I was living, the work I was doing, the people I was talking to, it was all within this comfortable box that I set up for myself. I realized I will always postpone if it means I'm more comfortable. If I was having a kid and we could do a safe 12-month pregnancy, I'll be like, could we get 18? Sorry, babe, you gotta keep that sucker in there for a little bit longer. I gotta read another dad book. I can try to prepare for months in that comfortable space of, yeah, I'm getting ready to do this. So, like, yeah, don't worry. Like, I'm planning it out. Like, it's gonna be great. I had to learn the hard way that, I will never be ready, or at least as ready as I want to be comfortable doing what I want to do. My parents were basically telling me, just walk, bruh. They didn't say bruh, but pick a direction and walk. Trust and walk. You don't know where you're going, but you're going somewhere, and going somewhere is better than going nowhere. And I know what it felt like to go literally nowhere, just paralyzed by fear. But I can't let myself be stuck here forever. I've been stuck in one place for so long, I forgot what it even feels like to move. What if I actually spent the next year walking, not thinking too much about the outcome, within reason, just looking at myself in the moment, here, now, and walking. But what's the direction? Okay, let me think. I love film. I've always wanted to learn more about film, but I told myself I'm never going back to school. I said, I got my degree, I'm out of there. I'm not stepping foot on a campus again until I'm dropping my kid off. The same one from the 12-month pregnancy. But I randomly visited this one campus one day and I was like, hold on, man. I low-key miss the school vibes. God, they got me. But then you look back at that box. Why would you leave that box? That's a nice little comfy setup you got for yourself, man. Maybe you can try it next semester, or maybe next year, or the year after. You're not ready to start right now. Nah, you're not getting away that easy. Nah, not this time. You're following through. Let's be real, man. How many years have you been saying that? If I wait, next year there'll be another excuse for why I could push it even more farther down the line. It's now or never. All right, let me just apply now for this grad program. If I don't get in, I don't get in, okay? The deadline is literally tomorrow. They're probably not gonna accept anything on such late notice. Dang it! They got me again! Suddenly you blink and you're moving out of your hometown to live alone for the first time in a city where you don't know anybody. You don't even really give yourself time to think. I was nervous. I was already having a hard time out here when Yeah, 24 hours in, it hit me. Why am I here? I could have just done this from home. They have online class. Why was this so hard? Why did it feel like doing things was so much easier as a kid? When you're a kid and you're passionate about something, nobody can stop you. Nobody was in your way except for parents or other adults saying you can't do that, that doesn't make sense, it's unrealistic. But then I grew up and became that adult to myself. Now for some reason, half the questions are what if it's bad or what will people think? When I was a kid, unrealistic wasn't even a concept. Everything was possible. Bro, I'm going to the moon one day, obviously. Why not? I mean, it's there, isn't it? Why else would it be there? Where did that kid go?
Bro, I was out here just living, bro. And now I'm scared to live. I'm scared to live again. And I don't want to be scared to live, bro. I'm tired of being scared to live.
I tried to keep that kid in mind and just try to walk in everything I'm doing. But then somebody invited me to a Spartan race. I had no idea what that was. I looked it up. These people climbing, running, crawling through the mud. Yeah, not a chance. I draw the line somewhere, okay? This is straight up white people activities. I respect it, but I cannot partake. Well, maybe I'll just sign up. I probably won't go. Let me just sign up just because I'm on this whole walking thing. Surely I won't forget about this and it won't come back to bite me later in the video. No, right? No. Nah. Yeah, no. But until then, I gotta deal with something even scarier. Living alone. That loneliness was no joke, bro. There were days where I was just excited to talk to the cashier. Like, oh my gosh, human contact. Finally. Paper or plastic? Bro, I like either, man. What do you like? Let's have a little conversation about it, huh? Excuse me, ma'am. I know you got groceries, but I'm talking to my friend here. Ryan? Is that you, Ryan, right? Oh, Brian, sorry. I misread that. But maybe I could talk to some people at the school, right? I talked to one guy who said, The Incredibles is my favorite movie. I was like, okay, I like this guy. Okay, I can relate to this guy. I mean, that's a peak movie, right? I was like, oh yeah, I remember watching that in the theaters. He was like, in the theaters? Yeah, okay, it hit me. That was a mistake to say. This kid was born after the dang movie came out, man. Why does he look older than me? I've never felt older. But even when I finally made one great friend, I was still holding back. Closing myself off, barely talking to anyone for months, slowly letting every good habit disappear. It was just study, eat, exercise, sleep, wake up, work, eat. exercise, sleep, wake up, Brian, the cashier, work, eat, exercise, sleep, Brian, lock in, eat, sleep, skip the exercise, order Uber Eats, dang, I feel like trash. Sleep, wake up, TikTok, study, Instagram Reels, mindless scroll, junk food, I miss Brian, numb again, can't sleep, blend in, Twitter, scroll unnoticed, nobody talk to me, nobody look at me, leave me alone. I built up this box again of coping mechanisms that I would hide from the world with, bro. I swear I just got out of this thing. How am I back here? Just when I was closing myself off again, I got a call. Hello?
Nathan, I'm going to Japan next month, with or without you.
Wait, what? This is my friend Maine. 7 years ago, we met on our birthday. Yeah, our birthday. We found out we had the same birthday and immediately became best friends. For the last 7 years, we've always talked about going to Japan together.
Future Nathan, future Maine, please make us proud.
Yes, please.
But we're always putting it off, always wanting to be more ready. But he hits me up and says one of our other friends, we'll call him Obama, is going to Japan and he's going with or without us. Now this lit a fire under us that I didn't know we needed. But in a month, I got school. That's insane. Maybe we can go later in the year, maybe next year, just when I'm more ready. Let me save up a little bit, let me research a little bit. But then it hit me, I've been saying that every year for the past 7 years. I'm probably gonna say that again next year. Okay, next week is spring break. Is the best time to go to Japan in 1 week? That's crazy, right? I don't know any Japanese. I don't know the culture. I don't know where to go, how to get there, how to get around. I don't know where to stay. I bought a ticket anyways. This is when your eyes shoot open the next morning at 4 a.m. and it hits you, oh my god, I'm going to Japan in 6 days. Spend the next week learning as much as you possibly can. Pull out the old Quizlet flashcards you haven't touched since high school. Learn just enough Japanese to get around. Learn the culture to not be an annoying tourist American. Learn the places you need to visit in the next 2 weeks you're gonna be there. And suddenly you blink and you're in Japan. And by the way, the third guy who said, I'm going with or without you, Obama, he didn't even go. He said, I'm going with or without you. We ended up going without him.
Tokyo rain is crazy.
About 24 hours into the trip, Japan was everything I wanted it to be and one thing I forgot it would be. A place where I couldn't blend in. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you're two black guys in Japan, you're gonna stand out here a little bit. You're not exactly gonna blend in, all right? After spending the last year trying to go unnoticed, it felt weird to feel noticed everywhere. Now I was thinking about that kid. Did he feel like this before? When he was really young, he didn't mind standing out. He made this YouTube channel. Look at the light in his eyes, bro. He looks like freaking Arthur the Aardvark. But over the years, he got beaten over the head with outside opinions that he took to heart, started caring way more about what people think, and after a while, he hated standing out. That made him want to just fit in, be part of the crowd. I realized back home, I was trying to make myself borderline invisible, but I couldn't do that here. Now, Maine, on the other hand, this brother talks to strangers and dances with them for a dang living. So yeah, there's a bit of a skill gap there. I'm talking to a camera for a living. But this guy was trying to push me out of that box while we were here. One day, I got on a bus not knowing what this man was about to make me do. These university students sat next to us, and one of them saw I was listening to Hikaru Utada. She's like, oh, Hikaru Utada. I'm like, yeah, you know, I got taste. What can I say? I just found out about her yesterday. And even with our language barrier, they started giving us other Japanese song suggestions. We were having fun with that. This is when Maine turns to me and says, tell him to get off the bus with us and we'll all go hang out and get food. Now me, frankly, personally, I already pushed myself doing the whole music thing. I didn't want to be the stranger to tell these girls, yeah, forget whatever you got going on today. Just get off the bus and hang out with these randos. We barely speak Japanese. They speak a little English. I barely got the energy to speak to 5 girls when I speak their language. Okay? Let alone this. But you know what, man? Walking got me this far. I'm in freaking Japan. Let's just keep walking. I type it into Google Translate, show it to them. They start talking amongst themselves. I'm waiting for them to say no so the rest of this bus ride can just be awkward. But to my disbelief, they were actually down. We all got off the bus and they ended up giving us a food tour of Hakone. And we made all these new friends. They were the coolest people. That's when it starts to hit me. Maybe standing out isn't so bad. Maybe it's worth the risk. If I just stayed in my shell like I usually do, we would have missed out on this dope experience. Once that finally clicked, we started going off. I was struggling to connect with people back home, but here in another country where I could barely speak the language, I was finally connecting with people here. I think it's because we're connecting on such a basic human level. We're connecting through food, music, anime. You have a basic knowledge of anime, you can get around anywhere. Even if we don't speak the same language, we can still love and connect with these things together. It literally felt like being that kid again, interacting with other kids. And we met some of the most genuinely loving people we've ever met in Japan.
Look at this, man. literally didn't know these people like 5 hours ago. Now he's a friends for life. It's incredible.
What is life? What is life?
This is the guy I want to be, man. Look at him, man. This is the guy. But as the trip went on, reality slowly started setting in. We're ending our trip in Okinawa, and it starts to hit me. I'm gonna have to go back home soon. It feels like I'm dreaming with my eyes open out here, and I'm the most confident I've felt in a long time.
God was cooking. He was.
I'm worried again. Can I bring this guy that I am now back home? Or is he staying here? Is he about to leave me? Hey man, if I can connect with these Japanese people and I don't even speak Japanese, I should be able to handle myself in America, all right? At least I speak English. No, okay, it's way harder in English. After getting back, I saw myself in the same old bad habits again. I was still afraid of standing out. I still wanted to be ready, still wanted to be perfect, to have everything go exactly the way I want it to go so I don't look dumb. And that kept me from doing anything again. That box felt smaller than ever. Even after all that fear was still there. What more can I possibly do, man? Yeah, I'm done. Moral of the story, even a trip to Japan can't save you, okay? You'll always be stuck and you can never better yourself. I give up, man, all right? The video's over. Go home. Oh, there's no way. I want to postpone this. I'm not in the mood to do this at all. There's only 2 weeks before this thing, man. It's almost the end of the semester. I can just go home. I haven't even trained for this. Maybe I'll train for next year. I won't look stupid trying to run. I can post a solid time. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll see you guys in a year. Thanks for watching. Ain't no postponing, man. Would that kid say, oh, maybe if I plan far enough ahead, if I start to figure out how to calculate, no. You just make it happen. It wasn't about pleasing anybody. It wasn't even about pleasing himself. It was just about chasing that feeling. I can plan till I'm comfortable forever. I can make sure I'm ready. I can make sure I don't look stupid. I can make sure nobody will make fun of me. But I can also just let go of all that and be that kid right now. I don't care if I'm the last person to finish the entire race and everyone sees. So I start training. My boy Arty jumped on board. I don't have to do it alone. We learn how to climb a rope for the first time, how to swing, run better, climbing with strangers at the beach, channeling that Japan energy, just having fun, not even thinking about the race.
Appreciate it, bro. Yes, sir.
Just walking in that direction. You don't have to run, you don't have to sprint, you just have to walk. And I was just trying to trust and walk, trying to keep taking steps in that direction you want to go. If you're walking and you're frustrated because you're not where you want to be yet, bro, you're missing it. You're actually moving. You're doing something. You're not just sitting there doing nothing. I start realizing if I never started walking last year, I wouldn't even be here right now. I would have never learned how to live on my own where I had no one to rely on but God. I would have never met these new friends. I would have still been saying I want to learn about film one day. I would have never gone to Japan. I would have never had the greatest trip of my life there. I would never be the guy that would even sign up for this race. I would still be hovering over that button, waiting for the right time to start walking. But now,
We thought we couldn't do it. They thought we couldn't do it. Speaks for itself, brother.
Let's get it.
I feel liberated, over medicated.